everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers will be a focus in today's game. The Vikings are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Packers team that wants to be careful not to play into that strength.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Powers through it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burgess. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I know they got the first down, but, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Halfback sent in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay one day.
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was... probably the smart play to try and pick it up, but they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. The first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down now, Mitchell, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Jones now in motion left. They'll look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the target there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, look at 56.
Yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 40. The 20. Nice stiff off. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And out now come the Vikings. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get over excited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're going to look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second down, Mitchell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? But the next time you have the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, Mitchell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down now, Mitchell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell gets through, and now an opening. 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Hey, check
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes he's...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Going up top. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And he knocks it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Miles. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down. Mitchell. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, here we go. Back there in that Philly, here we go.
And that is incomplete here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Here we go now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Leopard.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. If he needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Time running out here on the play clock. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through him. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's a room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now they'll run on the draw. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Detroit! Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. The swing pass caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. In motion left goes Jones. On 3rd down, Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there, 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Back there, Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Over. Here we go now. Jack, Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Patriot!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, 37 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Jones now in motion left. On 2nd down, Mitchell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. As time